So this dude, he says, somebody under Pitbull Puppy says, man, I need one. Where are you located? And he says, so let me, what city you in? So let me know. I'm gonna go, who the puppy's parents? Those are all my dogs, people. That's me. And he said, get this is Homeboy. He said, people out here trying to use your videos to sell pups. That was one of my homeboys who hit them up, and he hit me up asking if I heard of him. I'm like, bro, I know exactly whose puppy shows are, and they are not from that page. Had to send him your page. That's disgusting. Why I hate breeders. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. Now you see Cha-Cha, we've got Bam Bam deep in my pockets trying to find something. I ain't got nothing, dude, get off me. And we've got Tron. And people a lot of times, they want my dogs bad. I mean, like a bad habit, but stay tuned. If you saw the other video, you heard my guy, who's one of our kennel partners, talk about his challenges. We're gonna get into it. I get on social media a couple years ago now, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I start asking people about their dogs. And the more people I asked about dogs, the more I realized they didn't know nothing about dogs. And one person was unwilling to get on the phone with me, but tried to tell me that I needed to send them, if I was interested, a certain amount of money. And then I said, well, what if I'm interested in your dog? Just even study him out, because I'm about to buy a female. It'll be $7,000. Well, can I come see him? Can I jump on the phone? Well, what do we need to talk about? I can message here. I go, hey, listen, we are going to be around longer, unfortunately, than these dogs. So I think it's imperative, and I do repeat, it's imperative that we have a conversation. And in that conversation, it probably be good to build a community around care. And I'd love to work with you. After edifying the person, they still couldn't talk about the dog. They didn't know anything about the dog. They understood color. They understood money. They understood that their stud fee on their boy was $7,000. They understood that they don't sell any pups for under $7,000. What they didn't know was about the dog. I said, well, the dog looks like it's got this. Well, nobody's ever said that. I said, maybe nobody's ever looked. Dog looks more like a mastiff to me. So have you bred to? Couldn't answer none of my questions. So what I've learned over the years before this, mind you, I'm just coming back into the space, and I left because I was disgusted with what was going on, and the people who have been bamboozled, hoodwinked, hornswoggled, run amok by breeders and people trying to chuck and jive and get over on people. And then there's these breeders who are wholeheartedly in it for the dog, and they say, this is my price. Every dog's $3,500. Let me know if you're interested. It'll be a $500 deposit. I'd love to do business with you. You send that person your money, and they do good business. But rule one is 9 out of 10 breeders aren't breeders. They're people hustling, and a hustler is a hustler. And what are they trying to hustle? A couple bucks out of you. And most of the time they get you. You know how I know they get you? Because when I was replying to all the messages, all I kept getting was the stories. One night a guy called, I had my number up, right? A guy calls and he's ranting for 30 minutes. And you know what he says in 30 minutes? I said, hey man, well listen, what can I do for you? And he goes, oh man, I was just seeing that video where you was talking about so-and-so, man, you was right, bro. My cousin, we went and bought this dog that I couldn't find him, and he tried to sell me a dog, and by the time I looked, I couldn't get the papers on the dog, and I go, I said, okay, I get you, my bad, I'm sorry. He said, nah, man, you just keep telling that truth, bro. It really does help, man. It got me unfollowing all the breeders because I realized I need to just focus on my dogs and my program. That's the only thing you can do. Another reason why I hate breeders, outside of them chucking and jiving, is because they do not, and I'm not gonna say all of them, people. I know 3 good breeders, and that's just because that's all I know. I know some people who do everything they can for the dog. And because they honor the dog, respect the dog, love the dog, their program is never without sales. Do you know what that means? That means they're always in a position, if a dog comes through their door, for the dog to go somewhere else, and even a better place. And they can move a dog quick. And the beauty about it is the people that they often sell to ain't even like breeders. So you're talking about someone who pet homes the dog and just loves the dog to death. I don't know what they fussing about. Them puppies, I'll tell you, they getting rowdy, man. They getting there. They's getting there. But point is this: when you are looking for a breeder, make sure someone We gonna have to check on these dogs in a second. Here, hold on. Oh man, I'm telling you, puppies, they getting after it. I'm telling you that right now. You guys like, time to break it up. Time to break it up. Look at Charlie ran up in here and got this thing. He's like, give me that rope. You don't want that rope, girl. At any hoot, make sure you deal with a breeder who loves and honors the dog, respects the dog, takes care of the dog, and fell in love with the dog. If the guy or girl is killing it with the dog, and it's not about the money, and when I say not about the money, people, that doesn't mean it doesn't come with a cost. If you've paid attention to everything that we do and the things we do for our dogs, I can't give you the dog. I'm sorry. It is a business. I'm not going to live and die by the business, meaning our dogs, again, are between $3,000 and $6,000. That's the price. That's it. That's all. For now, to be clear, 5 years from now, it'll be almost impossible for anyone to get one of our dogs, and the price will triple. And that's because I will have honed in on what it is I'm looking for and found a way to fine-tune it so that we can continue to create consistency while we focus on traits that we're interested in. If the people cannot mentor you in taking care of the dog, in breeding the dog, in loving the dog, so many other things, then you probably shouldn't buy a dog from either. But then you got to say, what are the questions I should be asking to see if they can mentor me, if they do know. We'll have to talk about that at another time. But I simply hate breeders because I get all the messages about all the people getting bamboozled, and I don't reply anymore because, literally, now it's turned into me kind of being a trash can. And when somebody calls you and they drops all their trash off and you got nowhere to put the trash, I'm not a venting person. So maybe this is my form of venting. But I don't call nobody else and be like, man, can you believe so-and-so? There's one guy called. I told you, Marcus, about some of these effed up stories sometimes, but that's it. Because it ain't me. It wasn't me. It had never been me. Because I know how to do business. So we root everything in business. We've got a process that we've streamlined. I know people are bad because people have been messaging me, showing me people. Let me. I ain't got my phone. Maybe it's I can find it. Get this. Guy messages me yesterday, and I haven't even been checking my messages, but he said, yo, these people are foul, boom, boom, boom. And look, get this, his homeboy is about to get played by somebody. And so check this out. So this dude, he says, somebody under Pitbull Puppy Salesman, I need one. Where are you located? And he says, so let me, what city you in? So let me know. I'm gonna go, who the puppy's parents? Those are all my dogs, people. That's me. And he said, get this is Homeboy. He said, people out here trying to use your videos to sell pups. That was one of my homeboys who hit them up, and he hit me up asking if I heard of him. I'm like, bro, I know exactly whose puppy shows are, and they are not from that page. Had to send him your page. That's disgusting. That's disgusting that someone is out here using my content. And even worse, I don't care if you use the content. Let me be clear, I could care less. If you flaming me, hating me, whatever, you can use that content. But to steal from somebody, to try to get in front of money, that's disgusting. Imagine he didn't send his homeboy that message and then send them $1,000. He ain't get one of them pups. All the pups are sold. There are no more pups till next year. That's how you know this place is disgusting, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse because people are itching for a buck, itching to get ahead, but they have no plan. They have no vision. So I'm sorry. I don't say sorry a lot. I'm sorry to anybody that has to deal with that. If you have not personally spoken to me, even about you potentially getting a dog at some point, nothing. I send voice memos back, but even more importantly, we got a link with a waiting list, and there's too many people on the waiting list, but even those people who we're going to contact, guess what? They personally are going to talk to me so I can make sure the dogs are going in the right place. So if you ain't talked to me, don't let nobody tell you you're getting a dog. And if anybody reaches out, tell them do not send nobody no money. Because a lot of times, I'll be honest, I tell people, hey, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. We need to make sure that this and that takes place. Guys, take care of your dogs. Good luck with the breeders. Breeders become better people, please. Take some of the stuff that I've said, utilize it to be a better person. And even more importantly, just take care of the dogs.